Yeah, this is the team I don't even think we've even talked about yet since we started January 1st. The Magic. They went from a 7 game win streak to a 6 game losing streak. And it's not for the lack of effort on Paolo Banchero, right? He's dropped 39 and 36 in back-to-back losses. And Orlando is still in the play-in picture at 38 wins, 34 losses, but sliding fast with teams like Philly and Charlotte breathing down their neck. So, Matthew, what's wrong with this Magic team right now? What are they missing?
Shooting. It's shooting. They've got defense, like they've got like really tough perimeter defenders.
Mm-hmm.
They got Desmond Bain. Paulo is a good defender for his position. They've got they've got distributors. They've got playmakers. Um, they don't have star power. We know that. Like Paulo is their biggest star,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems like he's kind of been forgotten about a little bit. But here's the thing: Paulo's shooting 31.7 from three.
Yep.
Um, you know, Wendell, you like your stretch five center. Shooting 32% from three.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Jalen Suggs shooting 32.5% from three. These are all guys like, Jalen gets 27 minutes. Wendell gets 30 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Paolo gets 35 minutes. Of course, Franz Wagner, who's going to be your only guy who's like volume shooting 3-pointers and making them. He basically, when I read his injury report, it tells me that he's out for the season because it says no timetable for his return and there's 9 games left. So, I mean, losing him was obviously going to hurt the team because the team just has no margin for error because they have no shooting. So they can play all the good defense they want. They could play unselfishly because that's the other thing. Like, you know, the couple times I've watched the Magic this year when they've played the Spurs, when they played the Kings, there's a lot of the ball's moving. There's a lot of passing. I mean, sometimes Paulo gets in those ISOs where he's just dribble, dribble, dribble. But like they're moving the ball over, but there's not necessarily a lead dog on that team. And I know that's like a niche complaint, but like sometimes like you want a guy, and in theory it'd be Paulo, but his weakness from three makes it hard. And if Franz Wagner was there, it might be him. But they don't really have a guy that like is going to dominate the game when the game needs to be won. Like they're kind of doing it by committee. It's like, okay, we'll give it to Desmond Bain or give it to Pablo or give it to Anthony Black. Like, all guys who are like making some shots this year, um, but aren't nobody. It should be Pablo, but it's his shooting. Where you watch games of him and you're like, man, this guy's like 6 for 22. Like, how is this guy averaging like 23 points a game? Um, it's just the shooting. Like I feel like they're doing things right. Like I feel like they're playing defense. I feel like they're passing the ball. But it's a make or miss league, and they're just not making shots, man.
And matter of fact, Matthew, why did Desmond Bain look like a superstar when he played along with John Morant?
Uh,
And without being in Memphis now, it just seemed like he just turned into like a G League bench player. Like I don't understand why.
no, he's still having a good year.
I
Like
mean, it just don't
he's
seem the same without John Morant.
no, I mean, he was just very good in his role on the Memphis. Like Memphis had like three players, Morant, Brooks, and Bain, that were like, all playing very good in their roles. And Morant was the star. I mean, Bain was certainly not the star. And he's probably averaging more right now with the Magic and getting more opportunity with the Magic. It's just he's not a number one guy, certainly. And I don't really think maybe for a great team, he's a number two guy. Ideally, he's probably in that Aaron Gordon role, that heart and soul of the team, but number three best player on the team, that Aaron Gordon or maybe prime Draymond role. I just
Mhm.
don't know that he's the second best player on like a real contending basketball team. But no, I'm trying to pull up the numbers for him because every time I watch him play, he passes the eye test. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's shooting 49% from the field, 39 from three, 92 from the line, averaging 20 points a game. Like, I mean, he's doing a little bit of everything, but your lead dog is supposed to be Banchero, and Banchero, like, misses a lot of important shots and a lot of like big moments. And like he's getting to the point with this.
It's funny. It's funny that you said that, Matthew. Because I was about to say you can feel how cramped their half court gets, right? They're like bottom tier in 3 point volume and accuracy. So every Paolo drive is basically into like a phone booth with like three defenders. So defensively, they're still kind of solid, right? But when your offensive rating craters like in clutch time, all those we play hard morale victories start turning to L's in the standings.
Yeah, I mean, like Banchero's getting to the point with this 3-pointer where it's like where the crowd's like kind of groaning, like they don't want to see him take it because he's just like not making that 3-pointer. And so if you're gonna shoot 4 or 5 of them a game, you got to be shooting like 31.7. You can't be shooting 31.7. I think the
Yeah,
number, if you're gonna be a volume 3-point shooter, the number's got to be at least 35%,
yeah,
and he's nowhere close to that. So when they're chucking up and missing so many 3-pointers, it just there's no spacing for the drive, there's no spacing for the bigs down low, and it's all just kind of falling apart at the wrong time. I don't there's a lot of talent on the team. Of course, they got hit with the injury bug with Wagner. I think that's actually the thing. Like Wagner's played
Wagner.
28 games. If he had played 60 games, they'd probably be 10 games above where they are right now, because that just gives you a legit 3-point shooter that the defense has to respect. And then that's going to
Okay.
give Banchero lanes. Then, not only is it going to give him lanes like to drive, but maybe it'll give him a few open shots to where he can start getting some confidence in his jumper again. So, I think they've choked it away this year. They're down to the 10 seed. Like I feel like the last time I had looked like 2 or 3 weeks ago, they were the 6 seed. And now they're down to the 10 seed.
Right.
So you wonder what they can do this year, having fallen that far. But, I think with the core and with Anthony Black, possibly being the starting point guard next year, then you throw in Banchero, then you throw in Wagner. I still think there's potential with that team. I think that team has a lot of potential, but, maybe this year it's looking like this year is not the year down in